free and sweaty. My name is Dominique of Dance Soul Motion, and in this half-hour segment, we're going to show you some tips and tricks that can improve your workout routine or help you start a new fitness regimen. On today's episode, we're going to be breaking down a sun salutation or a Surya Namaskar. It's a traditional flow that you'll see in many yoga classes. It's a great way to introduce the postures to the body and also to help warm up your body before class or before you enter into some deeper sequences that you'll see in following episodes, such as twists, shoulder work, lower body work. It's a great way to reconnect to your body and just find your space on the mat. It's also a really great flow to keep in the back of your head if you know that you want to take some time and do some yoga in your day, but you only have, say, 10 or 15 minutes to come to your mat, get in your time, and then go on with the rest of your day. So please feel free to follow along or take notes and join us at another time. We're going to start in child's pose. You want your hips to reach back towards your heels and your head to start coming towards the ground. You want a nice rounded shape through the back, relaxed through the head, just completely surrendering onto your mat. The breath is heavy in the body. You're starting to take some nice deep inhales and deep exhales. Having that breath really starts to heat your body from the inside out and also just helps to connect your mind and your body as one as you take this time for your practice on your mat. Take 3 more breaths here, nice and deep, in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more. Whether you're just starting your day or it's evening, take a moment and take these breaths, just letting the stress go, letting go of your day or your night. Take 1 more breath. And then as you are ready, make yourself to a tabletop position, coming to all fours. You want your wrists to land directly under your shoulders and your knees to land directly under your hips. Your chin is slightly tucked towards your chest, nice long line. And then as you're ready, you're going to inhale, round your back and look at your belly button. And as you release, lift your head and your hips and look up. You want to take 3 more rounds like that. Inhale, round the back. And release. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to a neutral spine. And then come to sit back on your heels. We're going to start to work with our ujjayi or our yoga breath. It's a nice heating breath that goes in through the nose, nice and deep. Inhale. And then out through the nose. And there's this gentle ocean-like sound in the back of your throat, like you're trying to clear your throat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take 2 more breaths. Really feel it come in through the nose and all the way down into your belly as you press down. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly bring yourself back to that tabletop position. Tuck your toes and press up to a downward facing dog. And it's your choice if you choose to stay with that ujjayi, that yoga breath, as you work through your practice, or if it's something that you kind of revisit off and on throughout practice. You want to try and have a focus throughout class, so that ujjayi breath is a really great way to help you build a nice, calm, steady practice. If you find that it's stressing you out, trying to concentrate on that inhale and that exhale, just breathe as you naturally would and concentrate more on the poses. In your downward dog, you want to lift through your hips and press your chest towards your thighs, nice and broad across your back. Your head hangs heavy towards the mat. Nice release through the neck, getting a long line through the body. Downward dog becomes your home base throughout practice. So really take these first 5 to 10 breaths to dig in, find your downward dog. Your feet are hips distance apart, and your hands are shoulders distance apart. As you are ready, look forward to the front of your mat. Bend the knees, and then step forward. Slowly begin to roll up. Reach to the ceiling, and then draw the hands to the heart center. Close the eyes and take a moment to feel your body, feel yourself on your mat. Whether you're someone who tends to stand a little bit further back with your weight in your heels, or if you're someone who tends to be a little bit more forward, maybe that weight tips a little bit forward. Try and be somewhere right in the middle. Same thing with the inner and the outer arches of those feet. If you're someone who the outside of your shoes are always a little bit worn, press down through your inner arch. If it's the opposite, press out through that outer foot. Nice and strong lines and stable feet. We're now going to introduce our sun salutations. As I said, a nice way to warm up the body from the inside out and a great way to introduce the asanas or the poses into the body. As you are ready, inhale, reach up and look up to your fingertips. On an exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, a nice forward fold. You can bend your knees as much or as little as you need. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, drop the hands all the way to the mat and step to your plank. Drop down. Press yourself up for a back bend. And then downward facing dog, revisiting the pose. 5 here in your downward facing dog. One more breath. And as you are ready, step both feet forward or jump. Find your way to the front of your mat and roll up. Reach up and draw the hands to the heart. So we have just gone through a traditional Surya Namaskar, and as with any yoga poses or any class, there are many modifications that can make this accessible to many levels, beginner, advanced, wherever you're working. If you're working with injuries, modifications, we're going to take the time to show those today so you can really get the most out of your practice. We're going to start with that forward fold. Inhale, reach up, find length through the body. Exhale, dive to the earth, reach down. Rock your weight slightly forward. If you feel an intense pull on the hamstrings, the back of your leg, bend your knees as much or as little as you need. And then as you're ready, really press. You can bring your hands to your shins for a nice flat back. Exhale, drop your hands down, step to the plank. Here comes the meat of the modifications as you work through. We're going to show the modifications of plank. First option is to bring those knees straight on down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Hold the upper body in a nice long line, and then start to bend the elbows back and drop the hips, modifying through your plank pose. Inhale, you can also stay modified into your back bend, pressing into Sphinx, bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders and the hands flat on the floor. You can also take a cobra, hands stay underneath, elbows back. We have a cobra demonstrated on my right and a Sphinx demonstrated on my left. Either option is available to you as you go through your practice. If you're in Sphinx, you can draw your hands back underneath you and come out the same way you came in, pressing back up to those knees, and tuck your toes and press yourself up, finding your downward facing dog, lifting through the hips, strong, steady breath. Same as in your forward fold. If at any point you feel like you need to bend your knees here in your dog, maybe walk out your dog bending one knee and then the other, feel free to do so. It's your practice and your body. Do what you feel you need. After you've had 5 or so breaths, look forward to the front of your mat, bend your knees, and step one foot and then the other to the front of your mat. Roll up and reach up. Draw the hands to the heart center. Take a strong, steady breath. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to flow through another round. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, dive to the earth, hands down. Inhale, that flat back, nice long line. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Step to your plank. Drop to your knees. Modified plank, lower down. This time, press to your upward facing dog. You want to be standing on the tops of your feet and pressing down into your hands. Pull your belly button up into your body. And then as you're ready, you can drop the knees back down, tuck the toes, and then press. Downward facing dog. Letting your breath guide you wherever you are through your practice. The breath helps to lift and lengthen the body and the spine. Take 2 more breaths here in your dog. And as you're ready, look forward, bend the knees, step or jump to the front of your mat. Roll up, reach up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive to the earth. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step to your plank. More traditional version, taking your chaturanga, lowering down in one line. Hug the elbows, squeeze the back, press to your upward facing dog. And then you can roll over or top one toe and then the other. Downward facing dog. It's a strong core builder as you move through chaturanga with those bent elbows, a nice 90-degree line, and you press into your back bend and then lift to your downward facing dog. That's where that heat building comes in. That breath connects to the belly and everything stays pulled in and tight across the midsection to help lift you. Take 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, feet to hands. Roll up. Reach up. Draw the hands to the heart and close your eyes. Traditionally, in a practice, you'd be taking anywhere between 3 to 5 rounds of Surya Namaskar A. Sometimes you'll also see the same combination of poses referred to as a vinyasa, which simply means a linking of breath and of movement. It's a great way to transition between sides and between poses. Helps to maintain the heat in the body. There's also a second round of Surya Namaskar called Surya Namaskar B. The only change between that and the one that we just showed you is there's the addition of a pose called Warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana 1. We're going to show you that version now. Inhale, reach up. This time you start in what's called chair pose or Utkatasana. Bend your knees towards your toes and send your hips back. As you're ready, exhale, float down to the earth and step right back to your plank. Any modification is available. You can drop the knees or lower in one straight line. Press yourself to your choice of a back bend and downward facing dog. Here comes the change up. Step the left foot forward. Turn the back heel in and the toes out. Reach up, Warrior 1. Same core strength, hips to the front of the room. And then exhale. There's an extra chaturanga as you step back and lower through. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg forward. Warrior 1, reach up, strong legs. Exhale to the earth. Step back. Drop down. Press up. Downward facing dog. Just as in your Surya Namaskar A, 5 breaths in your dog, strong and steady. Adding the warrior not only keeps the core engaged, but also starts to turn on your legs, work into the hips, the hamstrings, the knee joints, the ankle joints, working the whole body from head all the way down to your toes. The important thing to remember is the same modifications are available whether you're doing a sun salutation A or sun salutation B. Always the option to drop the knees, always the option to take it just gently to a cobra, or you can also take a child's pose instead of a down dog. As you are ready, look forward, bend your knees, feet to hands, step or jump. Roll up and reach up. Draw the hands to the heart. We're going to take one round with modifications. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair, hips down, knees over toes. As you're ready, fall to the earth. Step to your plank. Drop the knees and drop the chest. Sticking with cobra, inhale, just the chest and the ribs lift. Gaze can be forward if it's okay on the neck or straight down. Tuck the toes, press up, downward facing dog. As you are ready, the left leg steps forward. Back heel in, toes out, warrior one. Deep breath. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back. Similar modification, knees drop, chest drops. This time maybe you come a little higher in your cobra. Building the strength. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward. Inhale. Exhale. Step back and flow. Drop the knees. Drop the chest. Cobra or up dog, your choice. Downward facing dog. Drop it down to a child's pose for a few breaths. And then as you're ready, take about 2 to 3 breaths here in your child's pose. And then you can make your way back to a downward facing dog to finish it out. One more breath. And bring it back to a downward facing. Look forward, bend the knees, feet to hands. Roll up, reach up, and draw the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Strong, steady breath. Feel the work that you've done. Feel that fire start to build in your belly. Take one more breath. And then we're going to flow through one more round of each, one round of Surya Namaskar A and one round of Surya Namaskar B. On this side, I'm going to have the more traditional version with the down dogs, with the upward facing dog, the more traditional version of Chaturanga as you lower straight down. And on this side, we're going to show some modifications, dropping the knees, maybe taking a child's pose, maybe a cobra, whatever your body tells you you need. As I said, one round of each, starting on an inhale for Surya A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, plank, and working with your practice, either straight through or modifying. Using the breath to guide your practice, no matter where your body lands in space. Full 5 breaths in your downward dog. Never cheat yourself of that moment. It's your time to calm and reconnect with yourself and your mat. Couple more breaths. As your body tells you it's ready, feet to hands. Rolling up and reaching as tall as you can, lengthening through the belly. Draw the hands to the heart. Switching gears to our Surya B. Inhale, chair. And then as you're ready, flow. Step back and modify or go through. Your choice. Neither option is right, neither option is wrong. It's what feels best to you inside, in your muscles, in your body. Always starting with the left leg. Warrior one. Steady and strong. And flow through. On the chaturanga in between poses, the same modifications are available that you've done at the beginning. Downward facing dog, and then switching legs right side to finish it off. And releasing through. Five breaths in your downward facing dog as you finish out your practice. And as you're ready, feet to hands. Roll up, standing tall. Draw your hands to your heart, and then let your hands drop down by your sides. The eyes can close for Tadasana or mountain pose. Feeling the strength that you've done support you on your feet, building energy up all the way from the soles of the feet up and out through the crown of your head. Take one more breath in and let it out. Slowly open your eyes and just bring yourself down to your mat. Take a nice deep breath in and start to roll yourself down. Release your legs out in front of you and stretch your arms up and overhead, reaching behind you. Reach through the fingers and through the toes as if you're just waking up in the morning. Taking that nice deep stretch, letting that breath start to settle into the body. If you've been working with your Ujjayi breath, you can start to let it go, letting a more natural breath return to the body. Take another deep breath in and slowly let it out. One more breath here and let it out. And when your body tells you that it's ready, slowly let your hands drop down by your sides. Let your palms face open towards the ceiling, taking in these last moments to appreciate the work that you've done, the time that you took for yourself, and just letting the body be open and ready to receive the rest that you're about to take. The eyes are closed. If you have a sweatshirt or a blanket, something that you'd like to cover yourself with, that can be really nice as you drop into your Shavasana, just letting the body completely rest and completely calm. Any thoughts just passing through like waves in the ocean or clouds in the sky, and completely dropping in and settling in. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Sweet and Sweaty. We hope that you got in a great workout routine or learned some new tips for the next time you work out. We hope you join us next time so you can stay fit, have fun, and keep healthy.